Now let's see if he'll stand up. Well, he really falls down.
I heard it all before. I heard it all before. Yeah, I heard it all before.
YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another 978 Customs video. And this is Mary Jane from the Spider Island comic series. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm very unfamiliar with her. I wouldn't have known if somebody didn't ask me to make her. So here she is. If you want, I can give you a couple reference shots. Maybe one, because I only have one. So this is what was sent to me. You see Mary Jane on the right, Peter Parker on the left. And she's wearing his shirt. He's shirtless and maskless. So I don't know what happened. If anyone knows, feel free to write it down in the comment section. But Mary Jane, this was commissioned for a buddy of mine's. And I gotta say, I enjoy making this guy figures because he continues to come back. And so I try harder every time he wants a new custom. I was kind of worried at first, thinking I wasn't going to be able to execute it properly. We waited until Mary Jane and Spider-Man 2-pack came out. He purchased both figures, sent them to me, and this is what it is. We decided to work on it. We did Mary Jane first. I also did Peter, but not for him. Peter was another commission for someone else, but luckily we get to see them both in the same video, so stick around for that. I gotta say, I like Mary Jane in this costume. It looks a little cooler than just the plain black tank top she had on originally. But let's get a closer look at her and see how she looks in the face. By the way, I didn't touch the face. That's all factory painted, just a factory head completely. And you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I didn't want to touch it. It's fine like that. Although I feel like this head looks like Emma Stone. Whoopsie! Who actually played Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man movie. So if you painted her hair blonde, you probably can get yourself a nice Emma Stone Gwen Stacy. But moving on. Spider Island, Mary Jane. Pretty easy to do if you guys want to know. It's just a Mary Jane body, Mary Jane head, and the top arms are from, I think, Rogue. Those are Rogue's arms. And that's it. I just painted everything else that you see. I thought I was going to have to sculpt the arms originally, and then I was like, oh yeah, Rogue. And I bought Rogue for someone else. I was actually going to do Scarlet MJ, but seeing how Rogue is inexpensive, I'm sure I could find her again. But she is on the list. That's all you need if you want to make Spider Island Mary Jane. I think it's pretty cool, honestly. The webs came out pretty neat. Not too, like, thick or thin. They're pretty consistent lines, and so I like the way it came out. Especially on the creases on the arms. It was tough to kind of put webs because I wanted to follow the crease lines. But it's tough because you can't do straight lines over creases. It just doesn't really look right. So you got to follow the creases. I mean, if I can give you a quick verbal tutorial, all you got to do is, right, paint the red coats. Right? You get all the red on the chest first. Then now it's time to do the lines. You take your paintbrush. You do the lines going down first. All the lines that go down. They don't have to be straight or even or nice and neat, but try to make it as neat as possible and symmetrical. Give them, exact spaces. Start with the middle, and then move on. And then, once you have all those lines going down parallel, you clean them up. You go back to red paint. You clean those lines up as nice as you can, and then it's time to do the horizontal lines. And when you do those, you just curve them a bit. I know it's tough to visualize it, but I'm gonna do a tutorial, guys. I promise. You guys want to know how she moves, you should be familiar with your basic Marvel Legend articulation. If not, I'll show you just basic parts for rubbing purposes, I suppose. Her knees are fine. They are painted and shaded inside on both. These are just Mary Jane arms. Luckily, I didn't have to paint that or the joint. But I did paint on the bottom of the elbow where Rogue's upper arm ends. And I didn't do the logo because the hair would cover it in the back. I also painted a little collar around the neck, but left the neck tone flesh to match the face and the hands. And I tried to match the elbow as much as I could. The feet are the same as well. Someone told me I should have just painted it all black, but I left it like that. The feet, I had no problem with. So I couldn't see her feet in the reference picture anyway, so. But everything is legit here. You can move the abs or the diaphragm joint up and down with minimum paint rub. And you can pose her still. getting her some cool model poses or fighting poses now that she's actually wearing a spider top.
She doesn't have no powers.
On a side note, I will say that the Mary Jane figure is pretty cool. So if you don't got one and you did want to get one, I will recommend it. I don't think I've done a review on the 2-pack yet, or will. But let's compare it to another Mary Jane. Ah, you thought it was going to be the regular Mary Jane. I have another one, but she's in a box unopened, and I don't really want to open it. I had this one lying around from the last review, so there they are. And I like them both. Again, both of their heads are factory, so that tells you that that figure was well made. And that's Peter Parker from Spider Island, missing his shirt. Now you know where it is. This was commissioned for someone else, but I figured I'd put them both side by side for this one video. They would look good up against 2-on-2. I like them both. Iron Spider's on the left and Spider Island on the right. Click the card on the top right of the screen and cast your vote and let me know which is best. But I did give him a Spider-Man head and hands just for the fun of it. I didn't see him anywhere in the comic cover, but he has the mask somewhere, right? I'm assuming in his pocket, so. But there she is, Mary Jane from the Spider Island comic book. If you guys like this custom and you want to see more Spider-Man customs, you know the routine. Like this video, share it all around. Let's get this to about 200 likes. Comment down below, let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to vote on who looks better, the Iron Spiders or the Spider Island duo. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe. YouTube, I'll see you in the next one.
I heard it all before. Now what is there to talk about? Cause we gon' probably end up arguing. There's someone walking out. I heard it all before. Yeah, I'm selfish and it's my fault. Never paid attention, everything else I bought. I heard it all before. Now you can say you're missing me, but when you're with your friends, you talk about me straight dissing me. I heard it all before. Like World War history. And everybody know, girl, what you thought, it ain't a mystery. It's sad because I thought you'd be the one to hold me down. Now you know that karma real will go around, come around. Now mama, simmer down. I told you you could blame me. I only kept it funky, it was you who tried to play me. I heard it all before.